yes, the government should regulate things that, well, people won't have any power or control over, like a monopoly. But I think we are at the point now where it is not doing its job because I think one way I like to say is the rich favors the rich. The government favors multi-billion-dollar companies.
Mm.
And then they, what's the word? I think it's fornicate. Whatever.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
And then they amass their wealth and they take and they're on a team now essentially instead of them.
Are you talking about individuals in the government? Or are you talking about the government itself?
I think I mean the government itself. The government, like for example, and this is I think the thought I have. For whatever technical reason, many large companies have less taxes to pay than
Some
smaller
cases,
companies.
zero. Yeah.
Exactly. And that would be not fair. Now, I don't think, I'm going to say this very carefully because I've had this thought before. I'll say it out loud and see if it sounds right. I'm not saying I'm not saying large corporations, all right, that's not the right way. Maybe large corporations should be taxed more than smaller ones, but they certainly, no one would think that they should be taxed less than smaller ones as they are now. No one would think that. I personally like to think everyone, maybe size of company should be taxed the same. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's not correct. If it's one way or the other, no one would say that the larger company should get taxed less. And that's how it is. And that's what I mean by that's the government's responsibility. But I don't know.
Can I go for the devil's advocate for that?
Yeah.
When companies get big enough, first of all, they're providing a service to the country because blah, 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 jobs and infrastructure. And
infrastructure, that's the one.
It is true that companies are good for the country, especially big ones, because they make money for the country. They outsource jobs to people. They offer products that improve well-being overall. The other thing about it, why I know that it would be difficult for the government to ensure that those big companies pay taxes, because once you get to a certain size, technically you can move to China or to another country, and then none of those jobs are in America anymore.
Yeah, they want to be incentivized, but come on.
Yes, I know it's not fair, and I agree with you, and it's not. I don't like that either. I wish it wasn't the case, but it would be really sucky to lose those companies altogether. Now, maybe you can, there's a certain point where government's job is to maintain good relationships to incentivize companies to stay. And I don't think that's not true. I think a lot of people want to tax huge companies 50%, not knowing the consequence of that. But I do think that some companies, for example, would be okay with a reasonable tax if it was fair to the company, and it ensured that the company wouldn't stop its growth and stop its economic impact for the benefit of people. Because if you tax a company too much, they can't do what they used to do as far as more jobs, better products. You would lose something. Anyway, I only wanted to say that because I want to be fair to the government, which I hate, because I hate the government. I want it to be small. Sorry.
By the way, government, if you got my second stimulus check, hit me up.
Yeah, me too. Send us all money.
I like how you post that. Me too.
Yeah, me. I do like money though.